Hello. I want to tell this story. It's a good story. It's a good story, but a bad with a bad motives. It's bad motives in the story, but it's a really good story. So I want to tell it. Um, it's a it it was a woman and a man in high school. They fell in love. A black woman and a black man in high school that fell in love. Um, they grew up to have 10 children. Um, they had children young and back to back. Um, they had their first child in high school. Then the other ones like right after high school. They didn't waste any time. It goes boy, 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 girl, boy, girl, girl. But the mom, she always wanted this perfect family, this perfect world. She just wanted this perfect family, and everyone wants that. Everybody want their child to prosper. Everybody want their kids to be this perfect example for the mom and dad. They just want to make it seem like they just have it made. Everybody want to be that perfect family that everybody look up to and watch and see. So everyone want that, you know. She wanted her children to. She just wanted her children to be married and grow up to be happy and grandchildren, blah blah blah, so forth and so forth. However, and the dad wanted the same thing. The dad was mostly a workaholic, though. He worked his ass off. The mom worked too. The dad still worked. The dad worked. Both of them still work. But I'm just telling the story. This is the true story. It's a real story. Um, the dad always paid attention to okay, back in the day, the dad was I wouldn't say so good. He was good, but he was still in the streets. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean when I say he's in the streets. I ain't gotta explain that. He was in the streets, so he grew up very rough and hardcore. So did the mom, but she didn't grow up. You know, dads and boys, mans are more, you know, rougher when they're in the streets. So he got this name. And everyone knows the dad. Like, they know everybody, they walk up and say, hey, this you so and so, you so and so, you know. And when he had children, everyone knew his children. So it's like, I'm not gonna say he had a reputation to keep up, but you know he did. And the sons had to keep up this hardcore, you know, just this hardcore. I'm not gonna say thug, but just this hardcore thing going on with them. So all the first five sons were all, I ain't gonna say follow his footsteps, but they all knew like they were mostly like their dad, except for the youngest. Um, when the child was young, the dad starting to see things within the child and always would get mad and say, why are you talking like that? You sound like a little girl, sound like a little wimp, sound like a little bitch. You know, man up, you know. Um, Speak up. You talking like a little girl, you know. If he caught him doing anything, he was not allowed to watch TV. Because every time he watched TV, he just thought that he was watching shit about girls or Barbies, but he wasn't. Um, he wasn't allowed to hang or talk out with his sisters. The other brothers can talk and hang out with the sisters, but the boy couldn't. The boy couldn't be around his sisters because he felt like the sisters was somehow rubbing off on the boy, I guess. So he wasn't allowed to do it, and every time he seen him doing something that was not pleasing to him or was not hardcore, he would whoop him or I want to say beat him. Yeah, beat him, beat him, like literally beat him, as if he just wanted to beat him to be tough, like be hard. Stop being so, I ain't gonna say feminine. He just wasn't hard. And that's about a very young age, like 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, young. You know, when you first start experiencing things in life, not when you first start experiencing things, but when you start noticing things about your child, how they're going to be like 10, 11, 12, around that age. So, the boys, of course, they were the older brothers, and they didn't play that shit. Not with their little brother. They wanted him to be hardcore and be like him and be in the streets and all that other shit. They wanted him to be like him, you know. So they would beat the little anything that the little brother did. It got so bad that the dad and mom would ignore it, while the brothers would beat on their little brother. They ignored it. The little brother got so accustomed to it, he just already knew, like, if they catch me doing something, they're gonna beat my ass. I already know. You know, they're gonna do. You got to be on tips and toes, because if they catch me doing anything that's they feel that's girly, they're gonna beat me. You know, they're gonna beat my ass. Um, and it got to the point where he was like 9 or 10, 11, where they had this a kitchen. It was a kitchen, and they had a pantry. And they had two pantries, and they had one where all the food and all this stuff goes at, but they had this one pantry where they really didn't put stuff at. And if they didn't like what he was doing, like when the mom and dad was at work, they would beat his ass, and they would put him in his pantry. And he got so fucking used to it that in the summertime it was so fucking hot in his pantry that he got so used to it that he told his grandmother, which is the only reason that this boy can be when his grandma was around, everything went to normal for him. He loved when his grandma was around. He loved it, like, cause they didn't do that in front of the grandma, cause the grandma didn't play that shit about. She loved him, or she didn't play that about her grandchild. So she didn't know that none of this was going on. But she just asked him one day, asked her one day, can you buy me a small fan and a light, because they would cut the light off, and this light that it had the batteries, where you put the batteries at the back of it, and he had they would take his phone away. A couple of times they broke his phone or tablet. He didn't have an expensive tablet. He had a phone at that age. He had just like a little Android. If something's happening, he called his mom or his grandmother or something. And a tablet, it's for fun. But he asked her, can you give me a few books, and a flashlight, and like a little lamp, and a fan, because he knew that any given moment they were gonna beat my ass, and they was gonna put me in this motherfucking cabinet, and I was gonna be hot, exhausted, and all the other shit, and they was gonna leave me in there. And he got so accustomed to it, and it's sad. It's real sad that they and his dad allowed it. So one day it got so one of the older brothers, who were just so, I would say it seemed like he was assigned to him. Like the dad assigned him. He wasn't even the oldest. He was second oldest. Assigned to him to watch everything this boy do. And if he do something, beat his motherfucking ass. Because he know damn well he ain't supposed to doing it. We got to uphold this reputation, whatever. Uphold this reputation to keep, whatever. So one day the boy, he walk home from school. And they, brothers had cars. They were a little older. He was at the age of 12, turning 13. Oh, was he 13? 13 years old. I'm sorry, 13. Was 13 years old, and he went into the gas station by his house, and it was another guy. His brother was guy that was a little older. He probably was like 15, and everyone knew he was gay. Everyone knew he was gay. So the guy, the boy went into the store. He just go into the store, buy some piece of candy, to go home before he go home. And the gay guy was there. And at the brother ended up having to walk in while the gay guy and the boy was at the counter together. And the boy didn't say nothing to him. They didn't even really know each other, because he's 13 and he's 15. The other guy's still in 8th grade, and the other guy's in 10th grade. And they don't know each other. They don't know, they never met each other before. So, I don't know, but they knew he was gay. So, this time, the brother, just walked out, just looked at the boy and just walked out, was like, have your ass told his brother, have his ass home. Go straight the fuck home. So, they went straight home. And their sister was running, the youngest sister, because he's the youngest boy, he's the 8th child, but he has two younger sisters that's under him. And one of the sisters was running to him, like, don't go home, don't go home, don't go home. And he's wondering, like, what are you talking about? I'm finna go home. What are you talking about? Oh, your brother seen you with the gay guy, So the boy, like, like, what are you talking about? Okay, if he gonna beat my ass because he seen with a gay guy, okay, I'm used to it. Come on, let's go. Let's. I'm finna go home. But she's warning him like, don't go home. Like, what are you talking about? Don't go home. And he's like, no, I'm finna fucking go home. I'm tired. I've been in school all day. I'm going home. So he walk home. So he get home and all his brothers are there, and the oldest one and they all kind of older and grown, so they usually go on and do their own things. But they were all there. Um, they were all there, and a few of their male cousins, they weren't running the streets. They were there, and he like, okay, go in the house. I'm finna go in the house. He just walked past and go in the house, and the oldest brother's like, where the fuck you going? You know, why you was down there with a gay dude? Why you was down there? And he like, I went down there with the gay, trying to explain himself. Couldn't explain himself. One of the other brothers just punched him dead in the fucking mouth. So I'm tired of this gay shit. And just busted him dead in his fucking shit. Bust him dead in the mouth. Like, it caught him off guard. Like, what the hell going on? Like, okay, they probably finna beat my ass. He probably finna beat my ass, probably put him in the cabinet. It didn't happen that way. Not this time. They beat that boy ass. All five of his brothers, and I believe it was two other cousins beat this three, I believe, beat this 13-year-old boy ass because the one it seemed like was assigned to him said that he seen him with a gay dude. Now, oh my God, this was like, because they tried to keep him away from everything. He wasn't allowed to go to school. He was only allowed to go to school and back home. He wasn't allowed to go nowhere. Not see nobody, not have friends. So he never had friends, never had that. So now he's hanging out with a gay dude. So they think, oh, we got problems. This shit ain't finna go on. So they beat the fuck out of him. Beat the shit out of him. Beat his ass. Bloody red. Beat the hell out of him. Beat the hell out of him. Um, they didn't put him in a cabinet. He ran. He ran. He was a fast ass runner. He just ran, and he don't even know where he landed, but he just ran. Oh God, he just ran. He didn't even know. He could barely run, and so they found him at a. It was only a couple of blocks away. They found him, and one of the brothers put him in the fucking car. Just threw him in the fucking car, took him back to the house, and threw him in the house, and said, "Don't go no fucking where." So the dad came home, and the sisters, one of the older sisters came back. Older sisters came, and she was in high school, and she told the dad and the mom what the fuck happened. Like, they beat my fucking brother. Y'all sons beat on y'all youngest son because they thought that he was hanging out with a gay dude, and he wasn't fucking hanging out with a gay dude. He don't even know the gay guy. I know the gay guy. I go to high school with him. He don't know him. He's younger. But they didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. That was like a fucking lesson learned. Lesson learned. Keep your ass away from. Stop doing gay shit. Basically. That's basically what they said. Stop doing fucking gay shit. That day changed the boy forever. Changed the boy forever. The boy never he never watched TV. He didn't do anything that to provoke them, to make them think that he was the only thing girly. He didn't hang out with his sisters. He was a loner. He stayed in the house in his room all day. And the dad would come in there all the fucking time and say something like, "What the fuck you doing? What you doing in here?" Look under the bed and make sure he ain't doing no gay shit. So it was just fucking crazy. It was it was a nightmare. But he didn't do anything. He didn't go. Like, he was up to the age, he was 13, 14 years old. That's around the time you can stay home by yourself, 12, 13, 14. Like, he wouldn't even go out to eat. He wouldn't go nowhere because even if, it was one time when the boy was, they was all out. They was at this basketball game, and the older brother played basketball game, and at this time the boy was 12. And No, 11. 11. And one of his brothers was at the basketball game. He just went there with his mom and dad and everybody, all the siblings. And the dad thought that because he was looking at the basketball players, that he thought he was into them at the age of 11. It's basketball. We come there to look at the fucking basketball players. Why the fuck do you think? What did you? What? You know, so the dad beat the shit out of him in the car. In the car. Broke his arm. Broke his arm, and when he got to the hospital, he better not say shit. Your arm broke, you fell. Basically, that's how your fucking arm broke. You know, even though the doctors and nurses kind of knew, like, no, this ain't for no fucking, this ain't not goddamn, this, you couldn't fall, but whatever. They just, they just, you know, whatever. So, he went through so fucking much. The mom was no better. 9 times out of 10, sometimes the mom are they're not okay with their child being gay, but it's more they more so acceptance to because this is my child. This is my child. This is my child. Like I know he's gay, I don't accept it, but it's my child. I can't give up on my child. I love him. I carried him for 9 months. I'm not gonna give up on my child. You know, I love my child regardless of. But this wasn't the mom case at all. She was right with the dad. Right with the dad. You know, she would make up lies and say that he was talking back just so the brothers can jump on him. Not really jump on him, but like probably hit him and put him in the cabinet. She knew all about the fucking cabinet. She didn't give a fuck. That she would just, you know, lie to her dad and say he was doing this. He was doing that. When he wasn't. At all. Was not doing any of those things, but she knew what could trigger him. If he didn't wash the dishes or fold the clothes or do something, anything little, she knew what to get her sons or the dad triggered. She wanted him to be perfect and wanted him to wrinkle out all the bad things that was going on. I'm so sorry. 1 second. Okay. So the boy grew up. Of course, he grew up. He was in high school now, and he was smart. Go figure. He only read books. He only went to school and came home. He didn't do all the other things that the kids did because he was scared he was gonna get his ass beat. You know, that beating when he was 13 changed him. Like, I don't want to never get my ass beat like that again. Bloody nose, busted eye, just everything fucked up, bruised. You know, they stumped the dude. They stumped the guy head. Like, it's all y'all stumping one person's head, and he's 13. Whatever. So, anyways, he grew up. Of course, he grew up, and he started to smart, but he started to engage with friends. Not sexual, just starting to have friends. You know, and not even just gay friends, straight friends, male, women. So he really didn't know how to interact with them. But to his surprising, they all liked him. He was cool. He didn't even know he was so funny, and so he didn't even know himself. Put it like that. He didn't even know that he can. I don't know. He just didn't know. Didn't know that he can be a worldwide social person with everybody the way he was, but he was. He was very smart. He graduated second in his class. He had 2 jobs, worked at Walmart and worked at Dollar Tree. He worked at Walmart and Dollar Tree. Walmart, you know, he worked there the most because they paid the most money. But he worked at Walmart and Dollar Tree, got his own car, his own license, paid for everything by himself. He worked his ass off. He wasn't at school, he was at work. He hated being home. He wanted to be away from home where his mom and dad, his brothers and sisters couldn't, well, not the sisters, more so, but they let things slide because they were scared. They didn't really speak up. So more so, he can be away. But it was also bad too because he would go around family and they wouldn't even know who he was. They wouldn't know. They didn't even know that they had a 10th child. They thought they only had 9 children, 5 boys and 4 girls instead of 6 boys and 4 girls. They didn't know that, it's still until he started coming around and they was like, who child is you? He like, I'm so and so child. I'm one of them. I'm the 8th child. I'm not even the youngest. And then, oh my God, I never knew you had the other child. Oh, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't want that child to exist. Hated when he came around. Hated when he came um, to family events. Because they felt like we have our perfect family. When he comes, he fucks it up. When he comes around, he fucks it up. Like, everybody think we got this big perfect family, but when he comes around, it's like, oh shit, there's the bad one. There's the bad seed in the family. There's the bad apple. It's always one. And he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to be called a bad apple. They were the bad apples. Shit, he was the tree. So, the last time that he had enough. He had enough. He was just like too much for him. The last time he had enough, his mom lied. And she told him that when you come home, take out the trash, clean everything. And he did. He worked all day, worked till 11 o'clock at night at Walmart, which was kind of against the law because he was not turning 18 yet. He was only 17. Because I think back then you couldn't work past 10, but he didn't give a fuck. He got to make money. His mom and dad weren't giving him no money because he was gay. Whatever. So, he came home, he did all the trash, he did all the laundry, he did all the, he did the trash, he did the dishes, he did everything. This was not, I could say that, it wasn't like a Cinderella type thing. Don't think that. It wasn't like a Cinderella, like, you're gay, you gotta do all the cleaning. No, it was like, basically, it was his day. It was his day to clean the house. And he cleaned the house. He cleaned everything. Of course, I believe she would throw more on on him because he was gay. Like do extra stuff. Like why they didn't do this? But whatever. So he did the laundry, but he was so fucking tired. He didn't get the last load. And laundry, it wasn't like the individual laundry. It was like things that the whole family used, like towels, dry towels, like the stuff that the whole family used, not like doing everybody clothes. It was just like the dry towels and the clothes. I mean the stuff that the whole family used, rags and dishes and dish towels and stuff like that. But he was so fucking tired from work and school that he left the last load in the dryer. It was dried. He just didn't fold them. Um, that morning, it wasn't even the morning. It was a Saturday. It wasn't a weekend. It was Saturday. So he didn't have school. She got up and she was like, "Where's the towels and all that?" He said, "Well, I'm gonna go get them right now. That I left them in the dryer. I go fold them." So he went and tried to hurry up and fold the clothes, fold the towels. It wasn't that hard to fold a few towels, but the mom started picking because he didn't do what he's supposed to do. So she was every gay, fag, punk ass bitch. You ain't shit. You ain't never shit. You ain't like your brothers. You ain't like your sisters. You ain't blah blah blah. You ain't shit. You're a bad thing to the family. Actually, this time she went in. I never heard her say all the shit. She went in this time like you ain't. It ain't funny, but it's like shit. She had that think about like, damn, you really went in. You ain't shit. You should never been born this fast. Should have aborted your ass. Should have put you up for adoption. You going to hell. Everything she could think of, she threw at him. And so, all he did was say, "Okay, Mom, I'm done folding the towels. I'm finna put them up." What the fuck did you say to me? You ain't talking back, is you? I beat your fucking, just going off. Like, I just said, I'm done folding the towels. I'm finna put them up. But in her way, it was just like, she thought she was saying, like, okay, bitch, shut the fuck. Basically, like, girl, shut the fuck up. I'll fold the fucking towels. Shut up talking to me. But it wasn't like that. It was like, I fold the towels. I'm finna put them up. So he went back to his room and getting ready for work. 'Cause he had a morning shift at Dollar Tree. You know, he usually worked Walmart the other days and Dollar Trees on the weekend all day. Um, and he came downstairs and he only was up there for about I said an hour. It don't take that long to get to somebody's house though, especially if you stay in the same city. An hour. The dad was going to work because he is still a workaholic. Um, come downstairs, getting ready to go. The brother's there. One of them missing. So four of the brothers there because one of them was at work, but he would have been there. And they just like, you call my mama a bitch? What? Where did this come from? I just, what are you talking about? You call my mama a bitch. And now, the sisters, the older sisters are really like, bitch, I mean, boy, like on the brother side too, because the older brother side, because they like, well, you know, no matter what she do, that's to your mama, you disrespect her. No one call her a bitch, though. I just simply said, I'm a father Tiles. Mind you, his birthday is next month. He'll be 18. And, but anyways, he said, I just said I'm gonna fall this house. And okay, mom, I'm fall this house. And I got ready for work. What are you talking about? They didn't want to hear that shit. They like, you call her a bitch, you disrespectful punk faggot ass nigga, we gonna beat your fucking ass. And so he proceeded, you know, he's older now. He like, wait, he like, I'm finna get my keys and go. It didn't happen that way. One of them blocked the door and started beating the fuck out, and they all jumped him. Again. And it was worse this time because he was older. Because this time he could stand up. And he wouldn't fall like he did when he was 13. So they feel like we got to beat his ass harder because he ain't learning. He think because he got older, that he can take us. So even the sisters were getting licks in. And the mom was sitting back enjoying it. So, he got his ass beat. He went to work. And before he went to work, he stopped at a friend house, a good friend house, and he cleaned himself off. And he was just bugging his eyes out, crying. No one knew this went on in the family because, like I said, no one knew him. He really didn't express himself. So, boy, it was just like, what happened? You know, he thinking it's a hate, well, it is a hate crime, but he thinking like it's like someone beat him, or like he thinking like somebody was gay bashing him, like a lot of dudes gay bashed him and beat him up. And so he said that. He let it go like that. He said, yeah, these dudes gay bashed. They beat me up. I was at the gas station. They just jumped me. And the boy goes, well, why you ain't tell your brothers? You know, everybody know your brothers. And I know you know what they look like. Tell your brothers. And he like, they doing something right now. You know, I'm just going to go to work, just clean myself off, all the blood and all that stuff, clean myself off. You know, he had a big-ass mark here, big-ass there, and a cut on his eye, you know, cut on his eyebrow that would never go away. You know. So the mom was like, the mom came was like, you know, she really wanted, like, call the boyfriend mom, wanted to call the police. He like, no. It's not that serious, you know. And she like, well, you need stitches right here. She like, it's not that, you know, it's not that serious. Let me just close it up. And she had band-aids and, you know, they try to close it up with the seal, and it's like a liquid, I don't know the name of it, but it's like a liquid seal, you know, try to close it up. You know, it couldn't really close, so they just put a patch over it, and he went to work. So he went to work. He got off at 7 o'clock that night, still light. He went to work. He went straight home, and the dad was there, of course. He had worked all morning. The dad was waiting, and of course, he's not gonna let it slide. You called your mama a bitch? No, I didn't call her a bitch. She's lying. You slapped the fuck out of him. The dad really, after he got older in high school, he never really put his hands on him again because he didn't do anything for him to do it again like he was younger. He never did anything for him to put his hands on him like he was when he was younger. So this time was like, you did something this time, so I'm going to beat your ass. So he slapped the fuck out of him and grabbed him and chucked him on the wall. I was like, don't you call your mama no liar. You know, because, you know, to a black family, lying it's like you saying a cuss word in the family. You know, you can't say lying, or especially your mom, you lying, or your dad, you lying. So that was a big That was a big no again. That was a big like hell no. So he beating his ass and he threw him against the wall. It was three of the three of the other brothers there, two and one there, and he just the gay boy, the boy, he just let it all out. I hate you. I hate all y'all. I don't give a fuck about now one of y'all. I hate all y'all. Don't never talk to me. All y'all going to hell. Point at the mom. You going to hell? They started beating on the brother, beating on him. He didn't give a fuck. He was still speaking his mind. I'm tired of y'all. I don't care. I don't want to be here no more. Y'all can kill me. I don't give a damn. Do what you gotta do, but I'm gonna say what I have to say. I hate y'all. Y'all never been a brother to me. Y'all never been act like y'all were siblings. You never been a fucking father. You never been a mother. Y'all think you got the perfect family. Y'all don't have the fucking perfect family because y'all didn't raise all your children. Just going off. Like, like, why you getting hit? I don't give a fuck. Beat me, kill. Y'all been doing this all my fucking life. I don't give a fuck. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm not holding nothing back. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I want y'all to die. I wish y'all would get it. Anything come to his mind. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. Y'all will burn in fucking hell for the shit y'all did. Y'all will burn in hell, regardless. So the dad was like, "Get your shit." After he I'm sorry, I was reading messages. After he did that, after the dad was like, "Well, you can leave," and he left. The dad was like, "You can leave." He left. He grabbed his stuff, trying to get to his car. He beat, but he's used to it. Like, I'm used to getting my ass beat. Like, it happened this morning. I'm used to y'all beating my ass. I can take it. He takes, because, he worked his ass off. His plan was to leave when he turned 18 anyway. He had money saved up. A lot of money saved up. A lot of money. He didn't spend his money on shit. A few clothes, gas to get back and forth to work. He didn't do any damn thing. He was saving his money. He wanted out of there. He got sick and tired of it. He was saving his money regardless. He was just waiting until he turned that big 1-8. Get the fuck out. I could sign my own papers to my own apartment. I already got my own car, my own name, pay my own insurance. I don't need y'all. I never needed y'all. Never needed y'all. Y'all gave me a roof to stay over. That's it. Thank you. What else can I say? Thank you. You gave me food to eat until I was 16 when I got a job. Thank you. Thank you. Other than that, you didn't teach me nothing. You didn't. I had to learn everything on my own. That's basically what the boy was saying. You didn't teach me shit. I had to learn everything on my own. So, what do I owe you? Thank you for putting a roof over my head and clothes on my back until I was 16 and feeding me until I was 16. Thank you. Oh, and beat my ass. And putting me down, wishing I wasn't there, not introducing me to the rest of my family, never knew I had so many aunties and uncles and all this other stuff, and shit, never even knew my granddad was still alive. Never knew that. I didn't even know. I seen him when I was, 8, and I didn't see him again. Never knew he was still alive. So, he, couldn't check into a hotel, but he had an older friend that was just turned 18, and his 18 checked him into a motel. And he used his own money, of course. And, I believe a cheap motel was like 170, no, it was like 230 for a week. And he stayed there the whole week. He already graduated. He was done with school. Graduation was already over. He was done with school. He graduated a month ago, so he was done. He was done. He only went to school to get on. He had to keep going back there, take tests and transcript. But he was actually done with school, but he had to keep going back to school to final exams and things like that. But he was done. So he didn't have to go to school no more. He already walked across the stage, even though he had to take a few more tests. He already walked across the stage, he had his diploma. So he never seen his family ever again. He got his own house when he turned 18. Another friend mother knew this landlord that had apartments, so he was just like, "Please, I don't have nowhere to go." He didn't explain the whole story because he felt that he still, something that was installed in him, what goes on in the family stays within the family. That usually happens within big families or small family, any family, you know. So he never told you just like I'm just out here, you know. And so he turned 18 the next month. Um, he got he got his own place, you know, and he kept working. And not to mention he was enrolled in school, um, business and management. He was enrolled in school, and 2 years has passed. He had his degree and all that other stuff. So oh, not to mention he moved. He moved to another city, a bigger city. He moved to a bigger city, and he prospered there. So probably like 5, 6 years passed. 6 years, five. I'm sorry, 5 years passed. He was 24. So 6 years has passed. Not seeing his mom, not seeing his other siblings. Not and don't get it correct wrong. He loved his two younger sisters. They were always on his side. They just didn't have a voice. They didn't have a voice. So he loved his two younger sisters. He just didn't have a voice. They just didn't have a voice to speak up and say anything because he took care of them. Um, Anything they wanted, he had two jobs. Anything that they wanted, their mom and dad didn't get, they ran to him. You know, and he was just like, well, shit, I ain't doing nothing with my money. I'm here all the time. Here's this. Go to the movies, go with your friends, get your hair done, get your nails done. So they loved his brother. He just couldn't do it no more. As much as he loved his two younger sisters, he just couldn't. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't put up. Y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all see. I don't have to tell y'all nothing. Y'all already see this shit. I can't put up with it no more. So, you know, he felt bad leaving them, whatever. So, now I mentioned earlier that he loved his grandma dearly. He loved his grandma dearly. Loved her to the bone. And it was her 70th birthday. And he did not want to miss her 70th birthday, you know. It was all over Facebook. It was all over Twitter. All his other cousins and everything was posting about it and whatever and whatnot. Now, before his 70th birthday, he had businesses, hair businesses. He was selling hair. He was selling clothes. And he had a boutique. He had all this. And he was a lot of people he was starting to get not known, but a lot of people in the city was like, hey, you see what Terry doing? Sorry, not Terry, I'm sorry. But you see what I can't put out his name. I don't know why I said Terry. But I can't put out his name. You see what such and such doing? Um he doing a really good job, you know, so he blocked, of course, all his brothers, siblings, and mom and dad on Facebook years ago, you know. So they would use other pages and see what he was doing, and he was having big events and big parties where other people's going. He was inviting celebrities, you know. Of course, you got to pay them. They didn't know him, but you know, it was cool to have parties where celebrities were. You know, he was making money, basically. That's all he could do. That's all he was trained when he was younger. Now, he probably got that work ethic from his dad. Like I said, his dad was a workaholic. So he probably did get that from his dad. I'm not going to say he didn't teach him nothing. But that's all he could do with his youngest work. So that's all he did. Put on big events, sell hair. He was a businessman. He did all the things he had to do. And they, for like a few years, you know, the mom and dad were proud of their son. They was proud of their son. Um, they was proud of their son. And but he didn't know it. He didn't even give a fuck. He didn't care if they was proud of him or not. He 70th birthday came. His grandma's 70th birthday came, and he made an appearance at his grandma's birthday. She wanted to be. It's a big birthday party, not even knowing that he was the one who paid for the hall. He paid for the decorations. He paid for the food. He wanted it to be a big thing, even though he wasn't there when they was preparing all things. But he contacted his aunties and uncles and was like, "Hey, I want to pay this. I want to do that because this is my grandma. My grandma always loved me. She's the only one that really showed me love, you know, outside of everybody." So he went to the party. Everybody was shocked to see him. They haven't seen him in like 6, 7, some longer. Some didn't know who he was. Don't forget, some didn't even know that they had a 10th child because they didn't know. So most people was like, who the hell is he? Like, who the fuck you think he, you know, coming to our grandma or auntie or cousin party thinking he's somebody. You know, who the hell is he? Um, so the mom and dad, of course, was there. The other siblings, all the siblings, everybody was there. You know, it was a big thing for their grandma. And his great grandma was still alive. You know, so he wanted to see her too. You know, she was 70. She was the grandma. The great grandma was 87. So he wanted to see everybody. Um, it was awkward because he didn't speak to the mom, dad, the other siblings. Some of the kids that was running around didn't even know that was his nieces and nephews. He didn't care. He just was there for his grandma. He just wanted to see his grandma. And so it's just strange because at the end of, I mean, after the speeches and stuff, everybody wanted to take pictures. You know, with my grandma. And my grandma wanted to take pictures with all her daughter, grandchildren. But he would not go up there and take that picture. He's like, I'm not. No. They met my brothers and sisters. And so the grandma looked at the boy, and some grandmas know. And she immediately knew. All these years, it tapped into her for somehow, I don't know. And she just immediately knew what, you know, I guess what he was going through or something, or what he went through, or she just immediately knew. You know, she never knew, but she knew. And she just looked at him and said, just do it for me. And, you know, his grandma was his heart. And so she was like, okay. And he was like, okay. He got up and took the picture. And the mom and dad wanted to take a picture with the son. Why y'all want to take a picture with the son now? Y'all didn't want him to exist. But doing it for his grandma, he smiled, took the picture. Oh, get a picture of the siblings. Oh my God. Smile, took the picture. Okay, get in with the mom and dad. Smile, take a picture, change poses, take a picture. And the grandma was, the whole time the grandma was just looking, and she just was just like, but didn't want to ruin her day. So he went up to his grandma and was like, hey, come on, let's go to this dance floor, let's party. You know, it ain't what you think. I'm good. This is your day. You turn 70. Don't nobody turn 70. You don't get 70 once. My great grandma here, she's still kicking and live and talking shit. Like at the age of 87. Let's have fun. You know, this is your day. I will do everything for you. I will break the shell. Do everything for you. But after it was all said and done, I mean, what did you expect? And what do you expect him to do? I'm not finna run to y'all and act like we was the perfect family. You guys were the perfect family, not me with you guys. It's supposed to be all of us, but you guys were the family, not me. Um, the brothers try to spark up conversation like, "Hey, how you been? I see you on Facebook. You doing the damn thing?" And he's just very dry, like, "Yeah, you know, yeah." Do a lot of events, host a lot of things, do a lot of things, sell this hair, sell clothes, got a boutique, I'm opening up another one in another city. I even have employees under me, you know, it's doing really well. I launch an online thing, you know, just very dry, you know. I want to introduce you to my wife. Yeah, blah, okay, well, hey, how you doing? Oh my God, you have another brother? And I'm thinking like, oh my God, y'all got married without telling me? Y'all had a big wedding? She's like, yeah, we had a really big wedding. Where the hell? You know, the wives is, two of them had got married. And one of them was already married. Two of his brothers had got married. And he's like, she's like, they shock. They like, wait, you're like the brother. Like married, like you got the same mom, the same dad? Yeah, same mom, same dad. Grew up in the same. We was all in the same. Grew up in the same house once upon a time. We all close apart. There's no like gaps really in between. It's like one or two. Not even two. It's always one. Maybe every third child, or one every second. So we're close apart. You know, we grew up in the same house. You know, they shocked. They like, what? What? We never knew about you. I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah. You wouldn't know. Um, you wouldn't know. It's crazy because the other brother that was already married, um, back in the day, I think he was 16 or just turned 17. He got married and they didn't even include him in the wedding. He was at work, working at Walmart, and he looked online on the on Facebook and seeing wedding pictures with the family and brother and all that. Here's a wedding I should be, he's saying I should be in, or at least there. I didn't have to be in it, but I'm at work. It's crazy. So he's still fighting to this day, fighting. He just left the party. When everybody was, he just slipped out and left. So he's still fighting with those demons. So my big question is to you after all this, should he just let go of the past? Should he let that hurt go? They're ready to let it go, I'm sorry, they have let it go. And I think the only reason why they let it go is because they see that he wasn't just going to be a gay guy that was just nobody or just sitting on it. He really went out and did something with his life. Now it's, oh, that's my son. Everybody is proud of him, and they thinking like, why is they proud of him? Oh, that's why. Oh well, no, oh this is my son. That's my brother. That's yeah. So what should he do? Because it's still happening. He still regret. He still don't talk to him. The mom trying to reach out to him. The mom trying to reach out, and he's like, no. The dad trying, he's like, no, and the mom, crying, and now the siblings and brothers calling the brother now and saying, you got mom crying. She want to see you. She want to just, what's your problem? What you mean? What the fuck you mean? What's your problem? What? So what should he do? What should he do? I really want to know. What should he do? What should he do?